We have the Friday box office here, and we have Thunderbolts, Sinners, and the Minecraft movie as well. Minecraft movie had a huge jump from yesterday, 226% jump. Yeah, the movie is around 387 million as well, and likely we're going to see Minecraft end up around 11 to 12 million. Sinners probably ended up around 25 million to 30 million as well, depending on how Saturday and Sunday go. The accountant not really doing 12 drops 32% from last week as well. Yeah. But Thunderbolts is the big new movie we have to talk about. And of course, we have to compare this to Brave New World. This movie is doing 9 million worse than Brave New World, which, again, they're saying the movie's going to open to 75 million, but given the fact that Brave New World is doing 9 million worse than Brave New World, around less than 80 million is extremely likely. It's doing 9 million less than Brave New World on Friday, which includes the preview numbers as well. Both movies had a very similar previews, so really, if you exclude the 11 million previews, this movie isn't really doing too well. That's only a 20 million on Friday as well, because Friday includes the previews as well, and let's just say it will likely do around 75 million as well, which means this movie is performing as expected. But for a $180 million budget movie, $75 million is not a very good opening. Like Brave New World opening wasn't very good. It's sort of been opening to 100 million plus easily. Okay, and modern MCU movies really don't have good wigs. Okay, you can look at Brave New World, for example. Even Deadpool Wolverine, it just had average wigs, and that was like the best Marvel has offered in a while. Okay, you can look at any Marvel movie as well. The Marvels, the same story here. Awful, abysmal wigs at the box office. This is the movie we kept comparing Snow White to as well. So, Snow White did end up outgrossing the Marvels, but not by very much as well. You can look at, what other movie? Okay, Quantumania, another movie of very horrible, awful wigs like Brave New World. Okay, this movie opened very similar to Brave New World too, actually slightly higher than Brave New World. And Brave New World did very similar to Quantumania in terms of wigs wise. Okay, Wakanda Forever, I think it's probably the same thing as well. I think Black Panther had the holidays helping it, but even with the help of the holidays, this movie still underperformed the average movie, and this is just a trend with every modern Marvel movie, with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I think, and Brave New World, or Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 did pretty well for a Marvel movie as well. It had pretty good wigs. It did pretty well. Okay. As well. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 as well. Yeah. Love and Thunder, you can see the same story. It basically, besides Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Deadpool Wolverine, every Marvel movie has had wigs like this. Okay. Love and Thunder, you can see the same thing, same massive drop for Love and Thunder. Okay. As well here. They can keep going. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, another movie that had a huge opening, but it had a massive drop off. Okay, 61% drop off. It'll be pretty funny if Minecraft outgrosses this movie as well. Multiverse of Madness domestically as well, but Minecraft is looking to perform very similar to Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, a movie that was supposed to hit $1 billion but never did. And of course, you can even go look at the Turtles as well. But Marvel movies never really have good wigs. There's only a few exceptions to this, and that's like No Way Home, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and Deadpool Wolverine. And Deadpool Wolverine and No Way Home are built off nostalgia, and Guardians of the Galaxy because people like those characters. Okay? As well. Even I think Avengers Endgame had pretty bad wigs, but again, Avengers Endgame had like the biggest opening of all time, so it's very difficult for a movie like that to have amazing wigs as well. But even Avengers Endgame had pretty bad wigs, but it opened to like $300 million, which it was gonna have a pretty hard time having good wigs. Okay, as well. But every Marvel movie released after 2021, with three exceptions, have had pretty bad ratings. It just shows that modern Marvel is just not doing as well as it used to be as well. If Thunderbolts was released during the peak MCU era, it would have opened to $100 million. Before the pandemic, every Marvel movie besides Ant-Man and the Wasp have opened to $100 million as well. No Way Home, Far From Home had a pretty small opening, but that opened on a holiday, which it did very well. Also, No Way Home had a early opening too. So No Way Home opened on 3 days before the weekend. So it opened on a Tuesday. So it had a 6 day weekend basically. It was out for 3 days before the movie even was out. You know, everywhere else. Before it was out for the weekend. So No Way Home is so the only Marvel movie that did poorly since Doctor Strange, since between Doctor Strange and the pandemic movies, was Ant-Man and the Wasp, which didn't really do too well. It was I was surprised this movie did as poorly as it did, considering the fact that people it was gonna be have a lot of hints between for this and Endgame, you know, for this and Endgame, you know, as well. But yeah, it is pretty funny that Marvel continues to have this huge downfall, as well. And this is a bold very well for Secret Wars and Doomsday, obviously as well. And yeah, that is it about this video here. Goodbye.